Hello everyone, welcome to the Manchester United Matters channel. I go by the names of RD. In here we live in our studios known as the African Cover Studios, and we are here to talk about Premier League, Leeds versus Manchester United. We are really going to dissect this game more than you guys would have thought about it. But all this and more into this video in here. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you happen to be watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's a Saturday and the game is happening tomorrow. Manchester United is entertaining a side which goes by names of Leeds in there. The fights, all this tussle is going to be at the Errand Road. Remember last season when United went to Errand Road, they got a goalless draw with Leeds in there. And right now, we are here when United needs these 3 points more than ever, because they are playing Leeds. After Leeds, they are playing Watford. And after Watford, they are playing a team which goes by the Man City, meaning that United needs to gather or collect maximum points from its next 2 games to see to it that they really cover themselves very well and be in high gear as they really get to a side which goes by names of Man City in there. So as you see on your screen, it's Leeds versus Manchester United. Manchester United has played Leeds 3 times ever since they returned after them leaving or being relegated for the Premier League in 2005. Yeah, 2005. Very many years they've spent without coming back to the Premier League, but this time around when they came back last season, and United gave them a beating of their lives. That was a 6-2 at Old Trafford, and the beginning of this season it was a 5-1 in there for Manchester United in there, and that's how United gave them a beating of their lives that they will never forget. But today, all things constant, and as things are really going in through, United looks to be a better side as it comes to form, because Leeds is really struggling for its survival into the Premier League in there, having started off on a very bad note. It looks like the manager of a team which goes by the names of Leeds, who goes by the names of Marcel Bielsa, is really losing his grip into this game, because Leeds is being given beatings after beatings. They are losing games they're not supposed to be losing in here onto the Premier League. But all in all, that does not really keep it out from the best teams that we have in the Premier League. That is Leeds in there for you, and we are here to bring you the latest information as this game is going to be concerned in here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. If at all you've not yet subscribed to our channel, you are doing something bad, because you are missing out on loads of things in here, because this is the channel that brings you the latest news and information that you guys die for in there. So Ralph Rangnick came out yesterday and gave us some team news and confirmed that a player who goes by names of Edson Cavani is really going to be out. A player who goes by names of Eric Bay has not yet returned. A player who really came in through, and which other player? Rafael Varane has returned in there, and we expect him to start. Which other player is out? I think most of the Manchester United players are available, and we wait to see how the manager is going to pick his starting 11 in there. But here onto the Manchester United Matters channel and our entire crew, we really sat down and came up with a predicted Manchester United 11, and we're really going to give you a very big match insight into that. Before you go into the predicted match 11, I would like to let you know that Bruno Fernandez, I think he's the high scoring Manchester United player into this fixture. In the previous 3 games has played against Leeds, he has scored 5 goals and created 2 assists. So that means he has been involved in 7 goals in there. And Ronaldo last scored against Leeds way back, I think it was 2003, yeah, and it's like how many years since Ronaldo scored against them? And if at all Ronaldo scores against Leeds, it's going to be the very long difference of time for a player to score again against a team when he last scored, because he last scored against them in 2000, 2003, 2014. That is Ronaldo in there for you. And now if he scores tomorrow, that is going to be close to how many years? 2003, and now those are how many years? 19 years almost making 2 decades. Can you imagine? It shows you how much Ronaldo has taken without being to the Premier League, because he left in 2009 and Leeds were relegated in 2004 season in there. Remember, Arsenal sealed it by beating them 4-0 in there, and they are no more in there. So that is what Bruno and Ronaldo are all up to into this game, and Rangnick comes into this game when he has really kept a clean sheet in there. And the previous 3 games United has played away, we've failed to keep our win because we've been in the winning position thrice and we've come and drawn in there. Remember, Rangnick ever since he came here, he has only lost to one side, which goes by the names of Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, and he was in the lead against Chelsea. That was our Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea came in and equalized. United was in the lead against Burnley, and Burnley equalized. With the lead against Southampton, Southampton came through and equalized in there. And this is going to be our 4th game away, and we will have to wait and see how we are really going to come out and tussle this out in there. Now, straight into a predicted lineup, as we really think it's going to stand in here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. It's Elland Road, and the last time we went at Elland Road, you know what happened? United drew 0-0. It was a goalless draw in there. But we expect David De Gea to start in goal. Dean Henderson is still warming that bench in there. And Diego Delo, the Portuguese international, is expected to start in the right back position. Rafael Varane returns into the starting lineup. Remember, he got off the starting lineup because he was sick. It was an emergency in there. He got sick and he got an emergency in there. And then Victor Lindelof came in through and played alongside Harry Maguire in that game of a team which goes by Brighton that United won 2-0. Then Harry Maguire returns because Ralf Rangnick came out in the press conference and defended him, and he said he's still going to be the captain of Manchester United, and there is no need of really making Ronaldo the captain in there. And he said he has no thoughts of really changing the captaincy of Manchester United. That means Harry Maguire is starting alongside Rafael Varane in there. But you never know, a shocker might come through in there, because when you look at a team which goes by names of Leeds, they are really a fast team in there, and you never know. Lindelof might come in to play alongside Rafael Varane. So you don't know what the manager is really going to come in through and do. Luke Shaw is going to play into the left full back of Manchester United. I think him returning, putting United ahead with an assist to Paul Pogba in the game of Burnley, really has put him ahead of Alex Telles. But I really believe that a rotation is going to be made. You never know. Alex Telles might start because we are having a Champions League game away on Wednesday against Atletico Madrid, and United is playing away at Madrid. So the manager might really feel like, let me rest Luke Shaw and play in a player who goes by the name of Alex Telles, because rotation is needed into this game of football in there. We go to the midfield because United is going to play a system of 4-2-3-1 as usual, because Rangnick shifted from a 4-2-2 to a 4-2-2 to a 4-2-3-1 in there for you. Scott McTominay, of course, is going to start because each and every time he has played against this team which goes by names of Leeds, he has looked to be one of those players that really put Leeds onto the sword. And I expect the manager, who goes by names of Ralf Rangnick, to name him into the starting lineup of Manchester United versus Leeds. Paul Pogba returns. Remember, in the game of Brighton, he never started. That is Paul Pogba, and we expect him not to be into. We expect him to start this game of football in there because he has looked well ever since we returned into this Ralf Rangnick side. Because I will feel like the reason as to why Paul Pogba was not all that to his best when he was playing alongside Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think they always hurried him back. Always. But when you look at Rangnick, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not yet sacked, he was saying that Paul Pogba was set to return in December, and when December reached, Rangnick had taken over, and Rangnick said, no, 5 more weeks are needed. When 5 more weeks elapsed, he told us that, oh no, you don't expect Paul Pogba to come in through early enough. He said that you expect him to come back in February. He gave him an ample time. Paul Pogba rested and he healed completely. And when you look at him, he really is playing better. And that's why news came out that Paul Pogba said that if at all Ralf Rangnick is going to remain the Manchester United manager, that's the only reason he's going to start Manchester United, because he feels like Ralf Rangnick is a coach. He's coaching him to be a better football. He's telling him what to do. He's telling him his do's and don'ts. He's telling him that this pass should do like ABCD. And this time around, for the very first time in very many years, United is having a coach and a manager who is having experience. And these players can look up to him. And with the presence of Ronaldo in there, that chemistry, we shouldn't really fail to get something good out of it. We should squeeze the juice out of this combination of Ralf Rangnick and Ronaldo, because these two are really good. Ronaldo has done it all. He knows every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You get? And he can really tell these players and advise them in this dressing room. That's why you heard that there is a lot of unsettlement in the dressing room, because Ronaldo coming in, he broke down the cliques of Harry Maguire and the fellow English players, because Harry Maguire and the fellow English players had put up a clique that was untouchables. Now Ronaldo comes in through, he makes his clique, and his clique is full of players who deliver onto the pitch. Here, David De Gea, one of the best performing players onto the pitch. Rafael Varane, one of the best performing players onto the pitch. Bruno Fernandez, one of the best performing players of the pitch. You get Jadon Sancho. You get, so that's the clique that Ronaldo broke, and Ronaldo is really trying to unite the dressing room, because he feels like, I'm running out of my years. I'm 37. I'm left with 3 years of playing football. I feel like I have lots of things to achieve in there. And how can I achieve them? I can achieve them with a team that is really way up there. To me, I'm not going to say like other pundits and other people who come out and say that United players are not way up there. No, that's not it. Trust me, when you talk of a team that really has a better squad, our players can totally match players of other teams, especially Chelsea and Man City and Liverpool. But the problem is one, it's the mentality of these players, because they feel like reaching to the final and get beaten is okay. You get, accomplishing second in the Premier League when Man City is ahead of you by 8 points is okay. You get, that's the problem with their mindset. That's why Rafragni came in with a psychology. It's called a psychologist here. He came up with a psychologist into this dressing room, because he got to know the problem with these players. They are good, but they are lacking what we call a self-drive. You get? So that's why Ragni came in through and did the different. We brought in a psychologist to really tune or to fine-tune the minds of these players of Manchester United, because if at all he doesn't, who is going to do it? No one. And these players really need to be beat on hands down, because if at all they don't get a thorough beating in there, they need to be panel beaten. Panel beating these players is not going to happen within 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, because they've been sterile. Their mind has been stagnated to one position, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talking of defending the players in there. But Ragni comes in through and tells, this player didn't perform well, we didn't play very well here and here. And he comes out and really talks football, that we are supposed to play a system like this and this. When you look at my opponent, who was playing like this, then we shifted to this. That's how we got a win in there. There is Ralf Rangnick in there for you. And every press conference, every pre- and post-match interview that he makes, he comes out and says, these players need to improve to their best. You get? Because he knows they've not yet reached their ceiling, because there has been something blocking their mind. That is Ralf Rangnick in there for you. So I will feel like these players are really good, but their mindset is not up to the mindsets of teams like Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea in there on competition. When they reach onto the final, they play like they're onto the final. You get? That's Manchester United in there for you. Bottling semi-finals and finals shouldn't be here at Manchester United. Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay playing into the double midfield pivot, as Bruno Fernandez is going to play as a central attacking midfielder. Remember, in this fixture, he's the high scoring Manchester United player in there who has scored 5 goals and made 2 assists in there. That means he has been involved in 7 goals in there into this fixture. 3 games played, 5 goals scored and 2 assists made in there. Paul Pogba put up close to 4 assists into the other game of Leeds that saw United beat them 5 goals to 1 at Old Trafford. You remember that very well in there. Jadon Sancho is going to play off the right attacking side of the midfield. By the way, I don't know why the manager really plays him off the left, because I really feel like we are missing out on that right player in there, because Shaw has proven to be good, especially when playing with Sancho, because Sancho involves him a lot and really covers him a lot. But I will feel like we should see Sancho play onto that side of Diego Dalot, the right side, because I will feel like we can get more chemistry, because Dalot is more skillful than Luke Shaw. He cuts in inside very well, and he needs in a player like Sancho to play him very well. And each and every time you see Sancho drifting off from the left to the right, you see Dalot coming so much into the game, and he grows so much into the game, something that we should be asking and grieving for more in here onto the Manchester United matters channel, because we need that width. We need to see those wings, both of them, really delivering, because our midfield, our creativity is sometimes cut off. And the only way that we can really see ourselves really getting to the score sheet is by getting crosses in from Luke Shaw and Diego Dello, because they are really great players and we need to involve them into this game of play. So to me, I really feel like it's high time Sancho played off the right and Elanga played off the left in there, because I really feel like he is going to do in the needful. The centre forward, obviously, it's Ronaldo in there, and people will come out and say, how come you've not started a man who goes by the names of Ronaldo in there? I really tell you that, sorry, Marcus Rashford, I have to tell you this, that I really feel like Marcus Rashford is better coming off the bench. In games like this of Leeds, you don't have to start a player like Marcus Rashford. You just have to get him off the bench to come up and run after these players, because each and every time he starts, United lacks quality in depth, especially on the bench. And Elanga has proven us that if at all he starts, he can really come out and do the needful in there. You saw that game of a team which goes by names of Brighton, when he really bumped into a player who goes by names, is it Ban, I think the captain of Brighton. He landed him and he stole that ball. He was going to shoot it into the back of the net and it was fouled, and the red card was flashed to the player of Brighton in there. That is the beauty of Elanga and what he does into there. So to me, I will feel like Elanga is better to start. He plays close to 60 minutes. Bring on Rashford, and then we see the magic going on very well for Manchester United. And Paul Pogba starting, I really feel like it gives us Freddie as another option from the bench in there. Jesse Lingard has already picked up. I really feel like if at all we are really going to have a better season, then people like Jesse Lingard should light themselves up immediately, because we are really lacking depth into this squad. And the player who goes by the names of Mason Greenwood too is really out, and you know the problems that he's facing of allegedly being forceful sex to a woman and beating the woman, assaulting her. That, so it really shows you that United is still lacking depth into this squad of when they're playing this side in here. So I really feel like United is going to stand like that. Changes that are going to be made, I don't know, but I really feel like that is the perfect way United should stand against a side which goes by names of Leeds in there. And when you look at Ronaldo, I really feel like he has to score in there, because he had really taken very many games without scoring. Remember, Ronaldo had never gone all these months, in an entire month and some 2 weeks without scoring a goal, and it happened this year. And I really feel like it was a problem of Manchester United, because he got a chance to score a penalty, he missed it. He got very many chances to score, he missed them. He got headers that we thought that he was one of the best headers of the ball, and he missed them out. So I really feel like his mindset was not all set, but it looks like he has switched on back into that game. You saw his reaction into that game of Brighton. He really scored a very good goal after Scott McTominay did a very good tap in into that ball, and it went into the back of the net in there. I really feel like Ronaldo is the man to look at into this game, and Bruno Fernandez and Paul Pogba. Those three are really going to be very crucial, and I really feel like Sancho is going to have a better game. Reason is simple. Sancho works well when he's being given space, and Leeds is not a team that is going to come out and really play a defensive game in there. That's not Leeds. Leeds is a team that is really going to come through and bring that ball to you, like it or not. So that's what Michel Bielsa believes in. He plays an open game in there, and expect them to be 100% open. And I think Jadon Sancho is going to enjoy himself. If at all you've seen him really enjoy himself in teams, in matches, when he is really locked down and blocked down by players in there, how do you expect him to look when he's really playing against a side like Leeds that is really so much open in there? So guys, I don't know what you think about this fixture, and my prediction goes oh my god, my prediction for Manchester United 3-0. I really feel like we're going to go 3-0 against these people, because United has really gone back to the graveyard shift. They really shifted back to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was making them play. They sit back and then they catch you on the break, and I really feel like in the game of Brighton they had done it very well. In the first 15 minutes, you need to go 2 chances, but Ronaldo and Sancho failed really to connect in very well to really score those chances in there. And I really feel like it's high time United utilize its chances. And a game like this, I will feel like they're really going to run against them, because when you look at a team like Leeds, they're lacking crucial players. They're lacking Copa. They don't have Bamford. They don't have a player who goes by names of Calvin Phillips in that midfield. And really feel like that is giving United a very much side in there to come in through and get themselves some points into that game of Leeds versus the side which goes by the names of Manchester United. Daniel James, remember, was sold to Leeds in there towards the end of the transfer window in the summer, and United are really going to face him today, and that pace of him is going to face a player who goes by the name Diego Dello, who is going to play off the right side of the fullback. And you know Daniel James very well. That's what he does best in there. So your predictions are welcome in the comment section below. I remain Rokan David onto this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. This is what we had for you onto this channel, and we've been broadcasting live from the African Cover Studios. And as you see onto our left side of the screen, that is the predicted lineup for Manchester United. You can as well come in through and tell us what you think about Manchester United coming in through the fall, and you can really come in through and let us know in here. I go by the names of RD. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Our starting lineup is as follows. So it's the predicted starting lineup of Manchester United versus Leeds. We are having David De Gea in goal. Right back is Diego Dello. Rafael Varane playing onto the right side of the central defense. Harry Maguire playing onto the left side of the central defense. Then Luke Shaw playing onto the left side of the fullback. Then Paul Ebere Pogba and Scott McTominay playing into the double midfield pivot. Then we have Sancho, right attacking midfielder. Bruno Fernandez, central attacking midfielder. Elanga starting off the left attacking side of the midfield, as Cristiano Ronaldo is going to lead the line for Manchester United. That is our predicted lineup for Manchester United. I've given you the team news in there. Cavani is out, Eric Bay is out. Don't expect those to come in through and have a play or a minute into this game. And on the lead side, Liam Cooper, Bamford, and a player who goes by the names of Calvin Phillips are really out. And you see how deeply injured this team is. It looks depleted, but wait and see. Anything can happen in the game of football, but I will feel like this is the chance United has to come in and cement a very big win against the side which goes by the names of Leeds, because Leeds is a very open team and United needs to come out and execute its tactics right, because Ragnick is good at that. I sign out for now. See you later. This is Rokan Media. This is Rokan David onto the Manchester United Matters channel. I'm out.